first got saved, I read the story of a man who, and forgive me whoever the author was for paraphrasing, but it was a man who was perplexed. And so he went to the church and he asked the preacher at the top of his lungs, because he was angry, he was upset, he was fired up. Lord, preacher, why doesn't God answer my prayers? I pray, I fasted, I seek the Lord. I go on and on, day after day, serving Him, doing everything I know to do. Why hasn't God answered my prayers? He just shouts to the preacher. The preacher answered him. And not sure what was going on because the preacher was singing at the front of the church of the altar and he was coming in from the back. And he shouted again, preacher, why doesn't God answer my prayers? I'm tired of waiting on God. I'm tired of expecting something and nothing is happening. I live right. I do right. I tithe. I do all the things that I'm supposed to do. I go to church. I read my Bible. I pray every day. And God has not answered my prayers. God is not listening to me. God is not hearing me. God is not speaking. Why? And the preacher answered him again. This time, as the man had drawn closer, he noticed that the preacher was actually speaking. And so he said, are you answering me? And the preacher responded again, but the man couldn't hear him. So the man got closer still. And the preacher answered him again. And this time the man lowered his voice. He said, I didn't catch what you said. I know I was yelling loud, and I just need to. Could you say that again? What did you say? And the preacher answered him yet again. Finally, the man got all the way up to the preacher, and he had to literally place his ear to the preacher's mouth. And he said, I'm so sorry, sir. But would you please tell me what you said again? And the preacher said, sometimes God answers in whispers. Remember Elijah? The great, great works he did for God. Serving God with all his heart. Passionate, on fire for God. Literally calling fire out of heaven. Right? Unlike anything they'd ever seen. A death threat goes out in his life. He's put on a hit list. And with all the great exploits that he performed, and all the things that he did in God, for some reason that was just the straw that broke the camel's back, and he couldn't take it and he fled. And as he ran, the Lord met him. In the mountains, earthquake came, rattled, rocks falling everywhere, avalanches of boulders all over the place. But God wasn't in the earthquake. And then the wind came through like hurricane proportions, just howling and rushing and blowing everything. He could barely stand, hold on to the little bit of ground he had, and God wasn't in that wind. Fire. Blazing, all these things, all these elements that make us so afraid and make us wonder, God, what are you doing? Because we want to blame God for everything, you know. God, what is going on? But God wasn't in that either. And then came the still, small voice. The still, small voice. After everything was quiet, do you know how to quiet yourself? Do you know how to quiet yourself? There's enough noise out there already. I mean, sit on the floor and try to make yourself think positive thoughts. No, I mean, where you get so quiet till you hear your own heart beating. Where every thought that comes to mind, you cancel it and say, no, I'm not thinking about that. No, I'm not thinking about that right now. And you get yourself to a place where God, is the only sound, his voice is the only sound that you're opening yourself up to. That you become a receiver, expecting a radio wave, a broadcast from the Lord. Kind of like those old radios when you turn, and you keep turning, and you hear static. Until something starts to come through, and then all of a sudden you hear this clear, crisp sound, a song, a voice. And that's what you're waiting for. You tune in to. The music didn't start playing when you pressed the button. It was already on. The broadcaster did not start speaking when you tuned into him. He was already talking. God is not silent. We're making too much noise. We're not tuning in. We're not focusing because of the noise of our problems, the noise of our circumstance, all the issues that come, all the things that arise that get us so bent out of shape that we can't hear him anymore. So we try our best, and we run to this preacher and that preacher, and they don't give us the answer that we're looking for. And then we go to a prophet or an apostle, and they give us a little something, but not quite what we need. And then we read through and thumb through and pick out the ones we already highlighted. Right? But it's nothing like sitting down, saying, Lord, speak for your servant is listening. Speak, Lord. The Lord was speaking to the young prophet. He was just a child, but the Lord was talking to him, he was calling him. But he didn't know it was him. He didn't know. And some of us were quick to say, oh, something told me. Someone told me not to do that, but I did it anyway. I heard something say to do this, but I wasn't sure. Because it's too much noise. It's too much noise. Why did God say, thou shalt have no other gods before me? Because it's hard to listen to God when you have all these other things vying for your attention. Trying for your affections, getting you all focused when none of those other gods are God. He's the only wise God. So how are you going to get wisdom from a talk show? That's noise. How are you going to get wisdom from your best friend, your buddies? When the Bible clearly says, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. To learn how to be quiet and then how to get quiet. And those are not the same. If you could close your mouth and stop talking, but you are full of things. You are raging inside. You are arguing. You are fussing. You might even be cussing. Am I right? So just being quiet or getting quiet is the same as getting yourself quiet. I'm not listening to that right now. This is when God talks to us. When I used to be in the classroom, I had this habit, especially whenever the school year would start and I would have a new crop of students, right? I would always get myself quiet in order to get the students quiet. And 99.9% of the time it worked. Because they couldn't figure out who this teacher was and what this lady's going to do and how mean is she? Because I always start off in a mean way. It's a strategy. But if I got quiet, they would get quiet. And once they got quiet, well, then I would speak. And then sometimes they want to fuss and they want to say, oh, and they have their hands up and they're like, what? And they said, well, why didn't you? And I said, well, here's the thing. I'm not going to listen to you until you listen to me. I said that for years to kids. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids I've worked with since I was 17 years old. Hundreds and hundreds. Imagine if God said that to us. I'll listen to you Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. You take the next step. He already died for you. He already loved you. We love him because he first loved us. He's already made the first step. What is the next step? It's your move. It's your move. Stop running around trying to do all these things to make God happy with you. He already loves you. You just need to get quiet. Get quiet. Surrender. Get quiet. And then be quiet. But I have all these problems. Doesn't he know that? But I have this pain. You think he can't feel that? We do not have a high priest who cannot be touched by the feeling of our infirmities. He knows how you feel. But he wants you to know how he feels. Because he's victorious. He wants you to feel that. He doesn't have any pain anymore. He wants you to feel that. Get quiet. Right now you're listening to me, but I'm listening to him. Inside of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. How long has it been since you talked to the Lord? How long has it been since you listened? When was the last time you got on your knees and didn't ask him for anything? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Not your schedule, not your money, not your job, not your family, not your sickness. All the attention and affection that we give over to all these things, we hold to him so tight that we're not listening. Oh, I gotta get up and go to work. And it's the first thing you do. It's the first thing we do. I'm guilty of it too. But I made a practice that I'm not going to get out of bed until I lie there and listen. I'm not getting up. I'm not moving until I'm like right here. Because I know once I open my eyes and I start seeing laundry and I start seeing the clock and I start seeing this and that, I'm going to get up and it's on. Because it's life. But God wakes me up just enough time for me to just be quiet. Don't say anything. Don't even look around the room. Oh, I thought I took care of that yesterday. Don't even look. Don't even look at it. Sometimes he'll wake you up in the wee hours when it's still dark outside. What I call the morning night. Get quiet. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. And listen. Not for some grandiose, great big vision of what he's going to do in your life in 5, 10 years, 10 weeks, 10 days. For right now, today, you do not live in tomorrow. And you do not live in yesterday. You are there right now. Lord, what am I supposed to do right now? Right now, pray for your brother. Right now, pray for your sister. Right now, forgive your uncle. Right now, let go of that friend that you know is causing you all of this drama. Right now. There's a man in the Bible. When he was born, his mother had a hard time. We don't know if she had a hard time because her labor was hard. We don't know if she had a hard time because she had been violated and therefore pregnant. We don't know if she had just lost her husband and she was bitter, or she was in a miserable marriage and she was crushed. All we know is that when she gave birth to this child, she named him based on how she felt. And he walked around with that name all his life until he got to a point where he said, you know what? I know what they call me. I know what they say about me. But if you would bless what they call me, bigger than how they know me, bigger than what they think of me. I'm listening, Lord. Bless me. And the Lord answered him. You have to surrender first. Get quiet first. Be open first. Whatever you want to do, Lord God, I'm open. Enlarge my territory. However you want to do it. He didn't tell God how to do it. He just said, God, I'm open for you to do it. I believe that you can do this. So, how many of you today are struggling to believe God for something? It is hard. It's just hard. I've been trying. I've been waiting. It's just not happening. I'm almost tired. Can we be honest? And wait to see somebody saved. Waiting for this sickness to go. Right? How long have you waited on God? And are you willing to get yourself quiet today? To ask God to enlarge you? Because clearly there's something you don't know. There's something you should be praying that you're not praying. Because you're busy praying for all of this stuff over here. All of this stuff. You're praying for your plans. Praying for your strategies, praying for your relief, praying for your circumstances to change. When what needs to be addressed is this thing over here, whatever that is. You keep coming and praying. And God requires us to pray and to continue to pray. But if you're missing something, you will never know if you do all the talking. Because after a while, you're going to get tired of talking. And then you're not going to say anything. You're just going to in your mind like, I'm done. Has anyone ever been there? When it comes to praying about something, I'm done. I'm not praying about this anymore. I'm through. Okay? Let's turn this around. Because that little God of frustration is not greater than our God. That God of disappointment, I'm not going to worship that God. That God tells me not to go on. That God of hurt and pain tells me to give up. That God of deferred hope tells me just we're not going to bow down to that God. We're going to be like the 3 Hebrew boys. Lord God, whether you do this thing for me or not, I'm still not going to bow to that. I'm still not going to give into disappointment and my hurt and my shame of whatever I thought was going to happen in my life by now, and it hasn't. I read a passage yesterday, and then we're going to pray. A passage. It was a blog that someone wrote, someone I know and love dearly. She talked about how she believed God, that she understands when things happen. But she doesn't understand when God takes you childhood. So she had all these scenarios of how she could understand God. I don't understand when God will take your child from me. And my heart went out to her. I even dreamed about her in my mind. I couldn't rest just knowing she was in some that kind of pain. But that's not a deal breaker. Not having that prayer answered or that child die. That's not a deal breaker. That's not the end between you and God. You don't divorce God. Amen. Because something happened in your life. I want to read you something that Job said today. Because when he went through what he went through, the first thing he said was, the Lord gives and the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So the first thing he said was, bless you, Lord. But here's what Job said after all the discourse in Job 42, verse 5. This is what he said after he said what he had to say, and his 3 friends said what they had to say, and it was wrong. And then the one young man, Elihu, said what he had to say, and then God stepped up and said what he had to say. I'm God. Bottom line, you can't figure me out. So this is what Job said to the Lord. I have heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eye sees you. He only heard about see who he really is.
Amen.
That he really does love you. And he really is with you. And he really is for you. You have to see him. See him.
Amen.
So today we're going to be quiet. And we're going to get quiet. And we're going to put God first and have no other gods before him. Not the God of your needs, not the God of your disappointment, not the God of your frustration or your hurt. None of those things that are vying for our attention are going to matter at this moment. At this moment, we're just going to get quiet and let God speak in his still, small voice, because we are not going to have any other